about professional involvement with teams while you're enrolled as a student athlete in college at the NCAA Division I level. If you're intending to compete at the NCAA Division I level, and this is going out to all you high schoolers out there, please, I want you to take a close look at the competition section, which is 12.2 of the Bylaw 12. It is available, I think, at NCAA.org, not NCAA.com, but NCAA.org. And these bylaws should be available. If not, make sure you find a copy somewhere. But you high schoolers out there, especially you seniors out there and juniors who want to compete at this level in the near future, pay close attention to the information I want to basically give to you about competition at this level, because when you want to compete at this level, you might want to think twice about profession. Okay? The first thing we're going to cover, we're not going to cover them all, is tryouts. If you're interested in trying out and you want to know about the lowdown of trying out during your intercollegiate career, now here's the basics. If you're in a winter sport, and ice hockey or hockey and skiing which are the only NCAA championships awarded in winter sports, they do not award championships in other winter sports, such as figure skating, speed skating, bobsled, luge, curling, etc. But they are allowed only in the winter sports. And these visits should not last more than within a 2-day span. That's within 48 hours, that is, as they said in the guidelines, correction. Without expenses. And at the end of the 2-day period, the individual must return in order to receive the transportation expenses. Now, if you're a male, and you're interested in competing and interested in getting expenses, you can get expenses, but only the expenses from the National Hockey League if the NHL pays you for attending the draft combine. Other than that, that's it. And besides the winter sports, you are allowed to get to attend a tryout, but you must not receive any type of expenses. And even though you're enrolled after the semester, beginning of the semester, you are allowed to try out for the team as long as you do not miss any moment of class time, which is very important. The only exceptions are the draft combines, in general, MLB, NFL, NBA, etc., where room and board expenses can be provided. Otherwise, you cannot provide. And there's only one more thing in this one to know, is that you cannot participate in any scrimmages or any outside games. That's against the law of the NCAA's guidelines. And you can also practice without any type of competition. Now, in winter sports, usually men's ice hockey and skiing, practicing is allowed. Now, as long as you can receive compensation, you can sign the contracts and agree and negotiate to agreements, and they're all signed and finalized. And you can take part in any scrimmages or practices to help represent the team. But on the other hand, outside of winter sports, you cannot get any expenses. They will not provide any expenses for participation. That means pretty much the warm weather sports. As long as the participants enrolled and they do not miss any class, which is very important. They do not receive any compensation. They cannot receive any contracts or agreements, and they cannot compete outside of competition. And that's the end of story regarding that. Now there's a difference between how to compete and when to compete, And there is a silver lining, and when it comes to the type of competition the NCAA wants for you prospective student athletes in NCAA Division One. You can compete, and there's a difference. You can't compete against professionals, but you cannot compete with professionals because it's not allowed according to the bylaw, and according to NCAA bylaws, you'll lose eligibility. You cannot compete in anything that's NCAA related, even the championships and tournaments. And there's only a few exceptions: tennis, golf, beach volleyball, and they also mentioned synchronized swimming duos among any type of sports related to what I'm saying here. That prize money is involved, and I think that it also includes the major golf and tennis championships like the U.S. Opens, and the prize money cannot exceed mandatory expenses or the mandate expenses, and they're only provided by the event's main sponsor. That can also include the federations like the USTA and the USGA, which are also, conduct tournaments, as I just mentioned, like the U.S. Opens, and they also encourage amateurism in their events. In winter sports, they can, and we're again talking about men's hockey and skiing. An individual can compete professionally, but they cannot exceed their usual student athlete expenses. Speaking of winter sports, here's a little tidbit. According to the NCAA governing junior hockey leagues, the ones where a lot of the college players play in Division 1 and 3, and we're talking about the ones predominantly in the U.S. and Canada, like the North American Hockey League, the United States Hockey League, the Ontario Hockey League, the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, yeah, the Western Hockey League. Among the junior hockey leagues in the world are classified by the NCAA as professional leagues, and I think they're pretty much even though the winter sports rules are very permissible, you will see a lot of competition by men's hockey players in D1 who have also played in these levels. And if you want to compete in the Olympics or World Championships, we're talking about World Championships conducted by governing bodies affiliated with the International Olympic Committee. We're talking about the summer and winter. We're talking about the winter governing bodies like FIS and the IIHF, and the summer governing bodies, like FIBA, FINA, IAF, and others. They are allowed by NCAA governing bodies, and the governing bodies themselves are permitting. They can furnish money and compensation, but they have to meet the NCAA standards. So keep an eye out on that in case you want to think about competing in the Olympics and Worlds. And there are so many student athletes who have accomplished in the Olympics during their Olympic competition. Simone Manuel is one example of that. We saw her in Rio tying the OR in the 100 fly. Just name a few. Now here's the most important of all of this information in this section of the Bylaw 12. It's all about entering the draft. We've seen high schoolers enter. If you want to know perfect examples of athletes in high school who went on to professional sports draft, there's so many of them. Think about LeBron James. Think about Kobe Bryant, among others. They were drafted out of high school. But not everybody wants to be drafted out of high school. Some of them want to go to college. We've seen one and done in NCAA Division I men's basketball. One and done. There's so many programs, too many to name, that had the one and done rule. But, however, if you want to think about leaving school early to get into the draft, here are some information. Now, you can request to the professional leagues about information about how you want to enter in a draft. You can lose amateur status if you do choose to, and you can withdraw from the draft list if you want to remain on the list, and can be drafted without signing agreement. Now, if you're a 4-year student, you can lose you can lose you can enter the draft without losing eligibility if you're in a 4-year school. You can be removed from the draft list 10 days after the draft combine. Now, if the league does not conduct a draft deadline, the name must be removed before the first day where the basketball version of the National Letter of Intent Day, before they sign intent where they want to play basketball. And if the declaration of intent is signed and he is not drafted. It's different for women because they have a 30-day period before entering a draft. That includes the WNBA draft, with intent to resume eligibility, and it must be sent in writing to the athletic director in order for her to resume eligibility status. In football and other sports outside of basketball, it's much different. You have a 3-day period to think about resuming resume amateur status and eligibility to compete in NCAA events. As a whole, if you choose to leave the draft. Just 3 days, and it must be sent in writing to the athletic director. Otherwise, you're going to lose eligibility. Finally, an important part. This is a must think and understand part where you must think about this before if you're still competing as a student athlete. You can lose eligibility while signing contracts. You can lose eligibility if you enter agreement with a professional organization and its teams accepting men's hockey or skiing, where agreements can be signed during competition and the expenses cannot exceed college expenses. You can also lose eligibility if you sign a non-binding agreement and the organization's agent can sign a non-binding agreement as well. That is, even though you exhausted all of your years of intercollegiate competition and remains unsigned. So think about this as you wish to sign a contract at professional level. I hope you all enjoyed this presentation on how competition as a student athlete and amateur status, and how to keep your student athlete amateur status intact while competing, because this might be helpful in the long run. Thank you